Hello everyone, this is Red with RedDragonLeo.com, and today is Monday. Looks like we didn't do much today. We just basically traded sideways, put in a doji, as you can clearly see here on the chart. You know, we could trade sideways here for a few days and put in a bull flag, usually 2 bars. It really isn't that strong of a bull flag. Usually it takes a little bit more time to make a bull flag for it to pop up. But as you can see, you know, we are still up here in overbought territory, but that's nothing new to us. We've been that way and for quite a while, for the bulls at least. You know, they're always seem to be up there in overbought territory. Doesn't seem to matter, as the money just keeps getting pumped into the market, and off we go to 20,000, which I'm exaggerating there, but you get the meaning that I'm talking about. Yeah, will we ever go that high? Probably, with hyperinflation, like I said, but not before a pullback, I believe. I still believe that we're going to reverse hard once we hit the upside fake print, which is you know, still not anywhere near yet. We're still about 300 or 400 points away, you know, just estimating. But as for tomorrow, as you can clearly see on the 60-minute chart, we have went down here and appear to look like we want to roll back up. Here it rolled down, kind of found support. Not quite. If you draw a line right there for positive divergence on it, or you have broke it, as you can see, but it did bounce off the 50. Tried to turn down. It looks like it's just kind of going sideways there, so it's really not giving a clear indication of whether that's up or down. And this is not turned up either. So, but this does favor the bulls whenever it's up here in this very, very high number like this, up here in the 8 area, as opposed to being down in the -8. You know, it favors it rolling up, turning, and going back up. So this should push back up tomorrow, I would say. I don't know what news is out to spark it. Might not be any news, you know, but, you know, generally they kind of use the charts and throw out some news, and the news will be responsible for the push up or push down, whichever way. But the 60 is showing signs of turning back up here on this time frame, on this 12, 26, and 9 time frame. Now, however, you go up here to this longer term time frame, and it's weakening, as you can see. This is the 65, 90, and 12, and on this one you can see that it is slowly going down, losing strength on the bars and stuff like that. So eventually that will go down, but anyway, the 60 is still showing strength, wanting to roll up, and you can see it's still up here. The ADX line is still positive up here in the 30 area. Still got strength, even though it fell a little bit as the day went down today. Could very well turn and go back up tomorrow. And on the 30, same thing. You can still see the bull flag right here, the up pattern, sideways consolidation here. It's a bull flag. Now, when I say it's a bull flag, that doesn't mean it has to go same distance that it moved up like this. It just means that a pop higher is generally follows. High is you know, depends upon the overhead resistance on what's up there that can stop it. But obviously at this point, this channel is pretty important. So if you draw the line up a little further, then, you know, you can easily see it pop up here to hit this channel line very easily. Whether it gets through that or not is another story, because obviously that resistance could hold it back. But clearly the 30 is also rolling back up here on the stochastics and pushing it up. So the 30 and the 60, both pretty important charts. They are giving it support for an up move tomorrow to happen. 15 is really just weak. It's not really doing much of nothing. Just kind of flatlined right here, not showing any direction really. it's went down over the last few days and lost a lot of strength, and then kind of went sideways. So it could pop back up here again, or it could turn back down. But you know, I do think that the bull flag's going to play out. All kinds of reasons other than just the fake print. I mean, look at the volume. If you just threw out all the fake prints and just look at the volume we had today, light volume always favors the upside. Then you throw in the PO/MO money that they put into the market today, and they'll put some more in there Thursday as well. You know, light, as long as the volume's light and there's no major negative economic news, the market is, which there isn't any this week that I know of, the market has a tendency to go higher. So at that point, you know, the charts are just going to work, or should work, theoretically. You know, they don't always work, as we all know that. They work sometimes and sometimes they don't. 5 minute really isn't giving us any direction. It's just about pointless to look at this 5 minute. It's just a bunch of chop suey here. We are a little, you know, we're still overbought here on the daily, but this isn't nothing new. As you can see throughout all these, on Cobra's chart here, all this overbought territory up here in the 70s, didn't seem to matter. We still kind of just went up, 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 up. So, and we're still contained in this line that he drew here, but, you know, for that Cobra drew it kind of a rising wedge, whereas Ron Walker drew it as, well, he drove a rising wedge on the daily too, but if he straightened that line out, it could be a channel. So, you know, so it could go up higher and form a channel instead of a rising wedge. But where was I seeing the channel at? I thought I said, okay, there was a channel on the 30 minute. So, so as you can see, it could be a channel there. I still think we're going to go up and hit that print before it's over with. The dollars you can see here on the weekly, I think this was last week. I don't think this shows up until quite a while after the market is closed. I've tried refreshing this particular chart and I don't see anything. There it is. Okay, now it showed up. Okay, so that's today's 1 bar. The dollar, you know, obviously is why the market sold off a little bit that it did today, because the dollar was moving up, and the dollar is going to have a corrective move up. When that happens, we're going to have a sell-off. How severe, I don't, you know, nobody knows for sure. I think it's going to be a really serious move down. Others disagree, but I do. But you know, that's just my opinion. And so as for this, as you can see on a weekly basis, this is getting ready to curl up and go up. So we're very, very, very close to a big move up in the dollar, which should correspond with a big sell-off in the market. And if you look at some other charts right here, I didn't really see much out of that. This shows the VIX here on Cobra's chart, and the VIX shot up and then fell back down and put in a black bar. So you really can't make much of it this way. Charting the VIX is difficult because it's really full of emotions, as you can see. But I guess that's why they call it the fear gauge, because fear is an emotion. And it's hard to chart. It's easier to, you know, obviously look at the SPY or something like that. Here's the weekly. As you can see, they still are up here above in in strong territory. But you know, today's only 1 day, so it really doesn't tell you a whole lot. You know, so you can't base a lot of it on that. So you know, where is it going to go? I still think before the week is ending, we're going to go up and hit that print. I thought we'd go up today. We didn't. I guess we just had to reset the charts because they were kind of pointing down, as you can see. But they've worked most of that off on the 60. So that kind of tells me that we should be heading up tomorrow. And again, how high, I don't know. But I know that the market is going to that fake print. And when it finally gets there, then we'll see. Then we'll see what happens. But in my opinion, once it gets there, it's done. The market's done. That's the final upside print. Then we start reversing down for a while. So what event will happen, I don't know. I'm just glad nothing bad happened over the weekend, that Simpsons video was wrong and there was no nuclear bomb go off anywhere. Thank goodness for that. It's funny though that when you looked at that same video, the episode of The Lone Gunman that showed the plane being taken over and flown remote controlly and headed towards the Twin Towers, and they saved it in the show, but yet in real life it did happen with 9/11. So, possibly, the Simpsons episode was just misread by the person that did it, that read the clock. Maybe it's not that obvious. Maybe it's, obviously 11/6 has passed and nothing happened. So obviously it's not that obvious to be able to figure it out. While I definitely believe they put it out there in plain sight for people to see, they obviously don't want to make it too obvious for you. So maybe, or maybe it got enough attention that they delayed it. I don't know. I thought last Friday that possibly they might, if they were going to do it on the weekend and set off some nuclear bomb, that they were going to push it up on Friday to that fake print, and then have this weekend, this Saturday, when they were going to do their horrible deeds. And thank goodness they didn't do it. But that still leaves the fake print to be hit. I still believe this market's not going to turn until it goes up here and hits this fake print. We're too close now, about 400 points away or something like that on the Dow. So where is this at here? Anywhere between 1250, 1260. Just guessing, maybe 1270, somewhere in that area. I don't know how exactly it's going to correspond, because the Dow only has 30 stocks in and S&P has 500, so it just depends. But anyway, so we're going to be looking for the Dow to get up there to that DI 118.16 level before this thing turns south. So when will that be? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't think we have a 400-point rally tomorrow, but maybe we squeak up 100 points or something. Maybe they just take the whole daggone week to do it. There's a lot of ritualistic dates this week with 11-11. There's also 11-9 tomorrow. Of course, the most important one is still the 11-14, which is 777 days from the Dow's 777 point drop in one day back in 2008. So if you go back to that time period and count the days forward, you got 777 days on the 14th. So so something big. I think I don't think that's like a what day is that on? Let's see here. The 14th is on a Sunday. So whatever it is would have to happen over the weekend. That means by this Friday we need to hit that, at the latest we need to hit that print. That this whole week is, from the 5th to the 14th is the danger zone. That is that the web bot that Cliff High talks about, is when things get emotionally tense. You still have Obama out there getting ready to do something with 34 warships and 3,000 staff members gone from the White House. So that certainly raises red flags. So something strange is still out there. Maybe they stop it this time. I don't know. I hope they do. But I'm still looking for that fake print to be hit and this market to roll over after the fake print. And just based upon the timeline, it's should hit by this Friday at the latest. I can't see any. If they're going to do this event and they still have control, then they have to do it by this Friday, or otherwise, this time period event for them failed, and they did not succeed in creating another false flag event and stuff like that. That doesn't mean that the people that know about the fake print that they're not going to go ahead and hit the sell button and the market won't still go down. But if it does, it won't go down because of a false flag event, just because of natural selling and correction and whatever, and who knows what level that'll be. Anyway, that's about it for today. Just basically a flat day, nothing going on. So good luck tomorrow. Just hang in there, gang.